it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hi!
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night War, set on the one and only Robna. And yes, you can already tell that Beanie is very excited today. Can you guess why? That's right, we've been sent the Leagues of Votann Army box set, and we are here having a battle between Space Wolves and the new Leaguey Weegies for you today. It's 500 points-ish. 600 points.
600 points.
It's a custom battle. Let's take a look at what we're playing on today. Just look at that goo. Welcome back to another ruined sector of Brobnar. Half the table today, because this is being used in another battle. Cut right down the line, you'll find 2 objective markers today. And all we've got to do is hold onto them at the beginning of each command phase. After the first, you get 5 points for holding 1, 10 points if you hold 2. And at the beginning of each battle round, we're going to roll a dice, and if, the winner gets to decide to move the objective marker either 6 inches backwards towards their own deployment or forward into enemy deployment. And that is all the rules that are on display today, because obviously with a brand new army, we need to make sure that we're playing that to the best and that the tactics are kept to a minimum so we can kill stuff for your pleasure. There's a fair bit of terrain around to block line of sight and movement going forward, which is going to be very important for me because I think I'm going to die, and I think it's very important for Beanie because if I charge him, he will likely die. Confused? Well, let's go meet the teams. Say hello to my Space Wolves army, plus an additional supporting bit from the Imperial Fists over here, because I forgot to bring a second squad of intercessors. Yay! It is 600 points on the very wet nose, because they are good boys, and we are playing as the Space Wolves official chapter today, and we are headed up by Ulf the Wolf Longstrider. You know him, you love him, and today he's wielding a rather weird combination, because a lot of Beanie's army has a lot of minuses going left, right, and centre, so the Armour of Russ I'm not really looking forward to, because if I get into combat, hopefully I can kill him. I just need to make sure that he gets there in one piece. So I've given him the Black Death as a weapon today, which is his power axe, so he gets to make D6 additional attacks when he moves in for the kill, which is great for him, because that should amount, on average, to a fair few hits. One of Beanie's Leagues of Votann army rules is that I can't reroll wounds, so I've gone for let's get as many hits in as possible to compensate from that. He's got a plasma pistol as well today. I know, another shock change from my usual loadout with him. And the warlord traits that he's got are Hunter and the Imperium Sword. Doubling up on that one, my friend. So he gets extra advance and charge rolls, and he gets some extra attacks and strength when he makes it in. If he makes it in, but hopefully he will. He's supported by 3 of the finest Thunderwolf cavalry over here, who are all rocking, again, slightly different from what they usually come with, because I usually put them with lightning claws, but I cannot re-roll the wounds against void armor. So I've gone for but basic Astartes chainswords, because again, it's the extra attack. They're still pretty decent with the AP. 6s explode with Space Wolves on turn 3 onwards, so why not make sure that I get as many hits in as possible? They're very cheap. They're free. They're free, my friends. Hooray! They've all got storm shields though to try and get through and make sure that they get a few saves here and there. At the middle ground, we've got some grey hunters, all equipped with bolt guns, which are different from bolt rifles. Bolt pistols and Astartes chainswords, because you have all of them on these squads. Very, very versatile indeed. Got some regular intercessors here who have got the auto bolt rifle loadouts, because I just want as many shots in as possible. And over here, we've got the Wolfen, who are loaded out with a great frost axe, the Wolfen frost claws on the leader, and then 3 thunder hammers and storm shields. That is 600 points on the nose. Also, forgot to say, these guys got the Astartes grenade launcher, which brings them up to that 600 point total. So there we go, my friends. There's nothing super special here, but we wanted to take a marine army out against the brand new army, because it's like the base level,
like
isn't it?
Against Mario.
You know what you're getting with them, but at the same time they can still respond to majority of threats. So let's see how they do. Like Mario. Let's see what they do against the new Leaguey Weegies. Judgment, 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 judgment. Bless Beanie. He's just off camera here, just going through all of the different rules and getting his fingers. Look at this like balancing act he's trying to do there with all of the rules to try and remember, so that we look like absolute pros for you people today. And speaking of, let's meet the Leaguey Weegies right here. We have the full Leagues of Votann army box set on display. 2 units of troops, some super cool bikes at the back, and 2 humongous characters at the front. So why don't we start with the big chunky over here.
So he's the N here champion, and he is my warlord today.
Okay.
I am running the league, the Emir Conglomerate.
Okay.
And I'm giving the special warlord trait that they have, Guild Connections.
Ooh.
Which means that you just add 1 damage to all of his weapons, as long as they're not relics.
Fantastic.
So I've given him the Dark Star Axe today, because that essentially means that he'll have 8 attacks.
Nice.
Damage 2.
Nice.
And you cannot use any rules to ignore wounds.
That is absolutely fine. I don't have any in play, but that would be good to know if I did have any sort of wound mitigation stuff. But still, that is pretty deadly. Any shooting on this guy at all?
Yeah, he's got a Storm Bolter.
Oh, fantastic.
But with -1 on it, and now it's 2 damage.
Of course it does. Of course
They're better at technology than the Imperium.
To be fair, though, for anyone in the chats who is already like crying foul of this, remember, the Imperium decided not to follow quite a lot of the found technology that they have. They are in the dark age of technology still. That's on them. That's not on these guys over here. Anyway, moving... Oh, by the way, your not a custom league. You add 4 inches to all of your ranged weapons, don't you?
I do.
And what else does it provide?
It gives anyone who has all of them get a 5-up invulnerable now.
So all of these?
Yeah, and anyone who has a 2-up save gets a 4-up invulnerable.
These guys have 4. What would they have before? Did they not have that?
Well, they do, but it means that then I could take the teleport crest if I wanted, and they'd still have an invul.
Okay.
So I could, like, bop them
zip around. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to try all that out.
Cool.
So, next to him I have my Carl, who is like the captain of the team, and he has the relic, the Flayer, which is the Teeth of Terror on steroids.
Like it, love it, hate it, fear it.
-3, 2 damage, and it makes 3 additional attacks. So he's running around doing 7 attacks.
Blimey, these guys are pretty nasty. Okay,
Yes.
but what about the regular troops that we've got here?
Oh, my lovely halfkin.
Yeah.
So I've equipped them with all of the additional war gear they can have. So they've got the Medipack, they've got the multi-wave comms array, and the pan-spectral scanners. So when these things come up, we will address them. But the Medipack is an auto included. It allows you to pick up D3 people.
What, every turn, or is it just...
it's a strat, costs 1 CP, but 3 people potentially with horrible guns.
That's insane. That is so much better than the apothecaries can do with their sort of just pick one guy up per turn. Fair enough.
So this squad all has the Ion Blaster upgrade, and then there is a Magma Rail Rifle there.
Yep, which again we'll cover as and when it destroys my army.
And then I've given myself one of their new beam weapons with the Plasma Beamer here.
Yep.
So hopefully I'll get to show off what the beamers do. It's essentially you can hit another squad as long as you do it the right across the lines.
Yeah, nice.
And then there's the other squad, also equipped with all the extra equipment.
Yep.
But these guys have the bolt guns, which are just slightly better than normal bolters.
Just
so
-1.
An additional -1. And because I'm the Emir conglomerate, our thing is that if you're within half range, minus an additional -1 to the AP, so they start becoming quite good at shredding.
Yeah, that's cool. So so it kind of like my Armour of Contempt will mitigate some of this on the units that have access to it, but once they are within half range, then they'll lose that effectively and go up to -1 or -2 if they don't have that ability. Very good.
And then each of the things have a plasma pistol and either
these guys
axe,
here. Oh, these are things.
Yeah, so either the axe or the plasma sword over there.
Okay.
And then to round it off, we have the 3-man squad of the Pioneers, and they just have tons of shots.
Yes, loads of DACA. They've got like shotguns for when you get up close. They've got like auto cannon style things that are like strength 7 -1, 2 damage or something like that. Like crazy. There's a lot of firepower that comes out, and they're pretty mobile as well.
And I've given them the searchlight, so hopefully I'm going to be able to point at someone and go, "You there? We have a grudge."
Yes.
Oh, and then I'll shoot you.
Speaking of grudge tokens, which is why we've got this big sheet out here, the army itself has a special ability that you can put these onto enemy units, depending on if they've done actions like kill some of your units or done certain actions, or even just have abilities from...
the Grim Efficiency ability of the Carl has that.
And
so
each time they do
the Eyes of the Ancestors is the name of the ability. So it's league-wide.
And it means that you can auto wound me on a 6 to begin with, then that goes down to a 5, then a 4 if I'm correct, depending on how many you've stacked on.
Yeah, if I get 3 of them on you, then it's 4 ups auto wounding.
I mean, 4 ups auto wounding, and it's with every weapon, isn't it?
Yep.
As you can tell, there's a lot of goodness going on here, but will the fury and fur of these Space Wolves be able to stem the tide for a little bit longer? I think we're looking at the new squatness, my friend, so let's get on the table and get rolling some dice. So here we are after deployment, and I've bunched up a lot of figures around here ready to push forward on this side of the board, and Beanie has made a huge castle over here because he's done a pre-game move over with the bikes, and they've landed here all to provide big buffs to one another, or at least just support each other with hearty cries of saying Good job. I won the roll-off, so I will be taking turn 1. I also won the roll-off to determine which objective marker to move. So I've moved objective marker 2 6 inches back towards me, and Beanie has moved objective number 1 that way towards him over there. But now it comes down to what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to get on to my movements, generate a CP, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've had my movement and I've edged these guys straight up into the corner there. They're within 3 inches of objective number 2, so they are technically holding that. And we have moved everything up over here. I've kept Ulf at the back so that he gets lookout sir protection from the Grey Hunters and the Thunderwolf Cavalry. But that is it. I've got nothing in range, nothing to shoot at, and all I can do is just say that I've got myself handily onto one objective. So I pass the turn to the Leaguey Weegies. So Beanie has finished his movement and he has pushed up considerably over to objective number 1, landing the bikes over here to unleash all of their newfound weaponry at the Space Fools wolf units that are there. And the, what the name of the 2 guys here again?
So we've got a Carl.
Yep, Carl.
We've got the N here champion.
Carl and N here, as in get in here. They both moved up to support them in combat. Oh, Enya, yeah, I like that. And then this squad over here has advanced. Now, these guys here don't roll for the advances. They just move a flat 3 on top of that, which technically I think makes them better than even the Black Templars, whose entire gimmick is re-rolling advances, because if you roll a 1 and then a 2, these guys will still have moved technically about the same distance as them, even with the -1. Ooh. So yeah, pretty decent. So that's all the movement done. No psychic on either side, so we're going to move into the shooting. And where would you like to kick things off?
I'll be starting with the Pioneers.
Okay, so we're going to get those stat lines ready and get some dice. So we're kicking off with the rotary guns on these guys here into, I assume, the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yes, because they're scary.
Cool, so these are going to be hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s,
strength
ones.
Of
6.
So it'll be wounding on 3s as well. And then it'll be
-2.
straight up to their invulnerable storm shields then. So let's see them hit on 3s, re-rolling the 1s. We're off to a good start. Only the 1 re-roll needed. Ooh, okay, so 2 misses. No 6s exploding or anything like that?
Not yet, but as we will see in a minute, guys, I'm going to get a judgment token going on these guys.
Okay, so 3s to wound. Okay, so we
managed to drop one on the floor.
Oh, you did indeed. Oh, okay,
Not
so
a great roll, but
so there's 3 wounds coming in at their invulnerable.
-2. Oh no, and because you're within half a range, and I am my league.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's the Leaguey Weegies do? It's an extra AP, but it doesn't matter because it's it doesn't matter because it's all Storm Shield. But it's good to know. So 3 on the Storm Shieldies.
Oh no, they have to have a judgment token.
Oh, okay, so I have you've definitely done 3 wounds with this because it's a 1 damage apiece, isn't it? So that's a good start for my guys here because I think that they are now on 1 wound. Fantastic. Right, and then it goes into the next set, which is the big guy, isn't it? Or is this just what they have?
No, so the autocannon is these guns at the front here.
Sorry, you fired this thing at the front here, and now you're firing those things. Yes. Right, okay, so these are also hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Nice again. Ooh, all hits. I like to see it, but this strength is...
this is 7.
Oh, in this case, it's definitely a 3. Okay, so I have got quite a few saves, but it's only
-1, so...
Okay, but this would be pushed up to -2, correct? Because of the half range?
No, because they haven't got a judgment token on them. Oh. It only applies then, so it's 5.
Okay, just pass me those dice, my friend. I've dropped one on the floor. Good baby hands there. Okay, so 5 saves of 3 up then, because of the Storm Shield. And I've made them all. I survive.
Okay, now 6 shots of the shotgun.
Ba-joo, ba-joo, ba-joo. Okay, re-roll those 1s. Okay, very nice. Strength of this.
5.
Okay, so 4s. Oh no!
Nothing.
Okay, so the Thunderwolf Cavalry have taken 3 wounds on 1 character, but that is all the shooting from these guys. However, Beanie can now pay 1 CP for a strat called Light 'em Up.
Light 'em up.
Which means that I get to you get to put 1 judgment token on this Thunderwolf Cavalry. Now,
Yes.
I bet you're wondering what that means. It means that anyone else shooting at a unit with a judgment token of 1 means that 6s automatically wound, which is great for these guys because there's about 20 shots or so coming in
There's
from them.
quite a few shots. Let's do some measuring and
And we'll be right back. Right, so we've got a fair amount of shots to make, but Beanie has also got a super special one that he's going to use with his magma coil. But does that come now, or are you using it, waiting to use it? Because doesn't damage spill over with this weapon?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter, so we might as well kick this things
Yeah,
up
so
with
I'm going to start with the Hunter's Mark. So now that they've got that...
the 1 judgment token over there.
It means that 1 guy in that unit doesn't need to roll, it automatically hits. And because it's a judgment token, it's going to be counted as an unmodified 6 to wound. So this will ignore invuls, and the damage will spill over from the magma gun.
And it's D3 plus 3. So that means that for 1 CP, Beanie has managed to just do potentially 6 wounds without rolling a single dice in Warhammer. That is the thing that's happening. I'm not calling it absolute BS, but I'm saying that it could be abused.
Yes.
I'm just saying, so here we go. So roll your D3 plus 3 damage then, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Yes, you
it's
can't.
-4, which would be down to -3, so they would have a 6-up.
Oh, so I get to make one save.
And you're going to make it now.
Oh,
just
mate.
because of
Oh,
this.
mate. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Yes!
We knew it was coming.
Ah, good game. Good game. So I rolled 1 dice in this and managed to stop the no dice. Welcome to Live and Let's Dice. Anyway, right, so moving swiftly on, B.
Yeah, sad about that.
Okay, so you're down to 2 CP left after that as well.
Yes. Okay, so now 7 shots from the ion blasters into them.
Yep.
So this is hitting on 3s, we roll in 1s.
Yes, sir. Oh, very nice. Oh, and these automatically wound because they are 6s
Yep.
on this target. So
that's 3 auto wounds, and then this one is strength 5, so it'll be wounding on 4s.
Yep. 3, sorry, because it's, doesn't matter. Okay, so any minuses on this
So
one?
it's -3.
So straight away to their...
No, it'll be -2.
Storm. Okay. Oh.
2 damage each.
So that is 1 that's already on wounded dead, another 1 dead, and 1 on 2 wounds left. That was much more devastating right there.
Yes, and now the beam weapon, which is going to see if it can target the...
You needed to
Oh,
list,
yeah.
You would have nominated them at the beginning, wouldn't you? So the
1
beam
shot.
weapon going in. It's a big hit.
Strength 8,
Oh,
so
3s. It's a big wound.
So this is -3.
Okay, so 4 up involves. He makes it with a 6. That is all of their shooting, is that correct?
That is all of that unit shooting.
And 2 dead Thunderwolves for the privilege. What about these guys? Can they see anyone?
I don't
think they can. No. So, have I managed to avoid the majority?
Well, we're going to check one last person who can shoot.
Sure
because
thing.
he's gone-
So the Enya champion is going in
Enya
against
champion.
the last wounded Sarge over there from over here. So let's
this
see.
guy up into him. So it's hitting on 2s.
Okay.
It is strength 4, so it'll be 5s to wound.
Yep. Okay, so 1 wound.
And this will be -1, 2 damage.
Okay, so on to Maze.
fine.
Absolutely fine on that one. So that is all the shooting done.
Yep.
Any charges to do?
No.
They are not a combat operation squad, are they? Okay. So, at the end of that, I do need to take morale on those ones there. I lost... If I roll a 6, 7, 8, I still can fail, can't I? Because it's 8 for that. Oh, I saw it then. I saw it, but he's fine.
So, if that magma rifle had actually gone through...
Would have killed the entire squad, pretty much,
Yeah,
along
the
with
squad,
everything else. Ooh. I'm glad that it didn't, but I really need to get stuck into this squad in order to stop that from happening again. So at the end of the first battle round on this custom game, Beanie scores 5 holding onto that one. I score 5 for holding onto this one over here. But now we shall roll as we go into Space Wolves turn 2 to see where they move. So I get a mighty 3, Beanie.
Ooh, right down the middle.
Mighty 3 versus a 4.
Oh, I'm so powerful.
So pick an objective marker that you'd like to move and move it 6 inches in any direction. Obviously towards me, because that is the nice thing to do.
Okay, I'm going to pick...
What a surprise. Is this coming back towards you?
I don't know, actually. I think I'm going to take this one.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you're going to move that one further back towards you?
Yep.
And in that case, I'm going to move this one here pretty much directly where my intercessor squad's over here. I'm making sure that I hold on to this one at least. But now we move into Space Wolves. Turn 2. So here we are after the movement. And yes, you've heard the call, the howl of the Wolfen. They have arrived off the side of... like Tim Allen in Home Improvement. They've moved in from the side and they are eyeing up these bikes over here. Because even though there is a huge amount of firepower still waiting in these units, if I can chew through at least a bit of them, I can get closer to the end goal. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So everything I possibly can shoot is going to go into these bikes to try and whittle them down as much as possible. And we start with a little crack grenade from this guy over here. Obviously, crack. So he's going to fire his crack grenade. He gets with a 4. It's strength 6 versus...
This is 5, so 3's to wound.
3's to wound. It is not a wound, and I cannot re-roll the wound because everything has void armor. So the next one is going to be Ulf the Wolf, who is going to throw his crack grenade in against them. It's a big hit. Will it wound on a 3? It does. It's minus...
-1, back to 0.
0, so
this will be on a 4.
a 4-up save. Ooh, he has made it indeed.
Yeegy weegy power.
1 grenade from this guy. Everyone's just throwing crack grenades into them, and the rest of their bolt guns are going to go into them as well. He hits. Oh, blimey. He does not wound. And then it's 3.
They're not within 6 of him, are they, to get the reroll?
No, they cannot get the reroll, unfortunately. It's they're rapid fire bolt guns, regular bolt guns, aren't they?
It'd be 2 shots if they're within 12.
Whoa, which I think I am. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guys hitting on 3s. Not bad, boys. But you'll be wounded on 5s, though, won't he?
Against the Pioneers, yes.
0 wounds.
0.
Good shooting there, boys. Pretty on par, on average, for my Spaceballs. But now we come into...
And when you play Long Striders...
they were all right. They were okay.
Fang, sorry. Yeah, they do the work.
Let's go in for the charge phase now. And I think... Actually, is there anything I need to do at the end of the shooting phase?
Charge-ins for weenies.
I am going to pay 1 CP for... Because this is going to count as troublesome ground for my Wolfen to get over, isn't it? So I'm going to pay with 1 CP for Keen Senses to remove that. And we're going to start with them as the charging force going in. So it's going to be a 9-inch charge to get in against them, but they re-roll all of their things.
I'd like to Overwatch.
Do an Overwatch then, my friend. So Overwatch is going in against the Wolfen. I'll just roll here, and then we'll come back with any results for that. So do they make the 9? They do! Oh, that's not good news for you. Okay, so... Bear in mind that, and we'll be back with the Overwatch. So, 1 Wolfen dies on the charge, but they have made it in. And now we're going to do some other charges, which look a little bit like... So, believe it or not, everything that declared a charge made it in. Even this cheeky guy over here, who's hopefully, once these guys are gone, going to consolidate into them and just stop them from doing... They can't fall back and shoot, can they?
There may be a strat.
So I'm hoping that will at least
have
a look and then tell me once you find it while I go through all of these. But we're going to start with the Wolfen, who we're going to go straight in against these guys here. Now, these guys always count as having the combat doctrine activated, so they are going to be getting the exploding 6s and the extra AP on all of their stuff. So we're going to go in with 2 Thunder Hammers, 1 Great Frost Axe, and the Frost Claws, which do not get to reroll their wounds. I'll get some dice for the Thunder Hammers, and we'll be back with the saves. So we're just doing the Wolfen now, and the Thunder Hammers have come in. These will be hitting on 2s because of the fact that the Keen Senses, and they get the +1 to hit anyway. So this is just the Thunder Hammers. We've got this many saves to make at -3 down to -2 because of Void Armor. So here we go. It is a 5-up invulnerable save on these guys.
Yes, because the Emir Conglomerate has them.
And they are dead because there's 3 wounds apiece, and they only have 3 wounds, I'm pretty sure.
I believe they only have 3 wounds.
So that is the Pioneers, Bioneered. Now, Beanie has found out in the strats pages of the great grimoires of the Votann that there is not only an ability for them to fall back and shoot, but also for them to fire into combat with no minuses outside of their heavy weapons, which none of these have. So that means that me trying to consolidate into them to tie them up is literally pointless. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to move on to the objective over here so that when we end the battle round, at least I will have, hopefully, 2 under my control. So I'm going to do some consolidation. We'll be right back, but I believe that's pretty much going to be the end of my turn. So, just had a bit of a thought about how to do the consolidation, and reading the rules for the Wolfen, I am allowed to consolidate them by paying 1 CP, an extra 3 inches, so I've jumped them across over here to tag this group of, what they call Halfkin. The reason being is that their bestial rage thing, or savage hunters, what echoes of death, whatever it is, when they die, from a melee attack, they get to make their attacks before they're removed from play. And it says per model. So I've only used the Thunder Hammers here, so I still have the Great Frost Axe and the Leader to go with. Now, if Beanie attacks me and kills them, I'm going to take the wounds on that, so I might be able to kill a few of them before it goes and force him to use that Medipack strat that I know you've got. Okay. So I have moved them in here, and the Grey Hunters have moved on to the objective over there as well.
I'll pile my boys in, and then we'll have a fight.
Let's do it! Okay, so we're going in with the first 2 ranks over here. Who's attacking first?
So the Thane is. He's got 4 attacks with his Plasma Sword, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s for the Captain.
Okay, no Judgment tokens on them yet, although they would have a Judgment token because they killed a unit.
Yes.
So they do. So the Wolfen have been also wounded by those 2 hits there, and they have a
Let me double check to see, because I'm pretty sure it does apply to combat as well, I think.
It's just like whenever a unit is destroyed, it's whoever killed them gets a Judgment token, but we'll just double check. So 2 wounds coming in, auto, -3, and it's against, I'm taking it on the Great Frost Axe guy over here, who only has Armour of Contempt and a 4-up save, so it brings the -2, so it's a 6-up save then. 2 6-ups. You made 1 fail 1. How much damage?
Only the 1.
Only the 1. Damn, he's still alive on 1 wound. He's doing too well at doing too badly. Okay, right, so then it is the rest of the boys punching in. Oh, there's 1 auto wound, which is good. And a fair few hits, because they hit on 3s, don't they?
They do.
And their strength 4, I want to say.
Yeah, strength 4.
So 5 the wound.
I thought Wolfen were 4.
Their toughness and strength 5.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so that is 4 wounds in total.
Yeah, no minus.
No minus, so it'll be no minus, so it's a 4 up save. So he has killed and wounded the Wolfen leader. So he's also down to Ian, but he has killed him, so that means he gets to wield his Great Frost Axe against this group. Yay! Let's see what he does and how many attacks he gets. Okay, so 4 attacks going in from where the Great Frost Axe wielder was over here. 6s explode, hitting on 2s and re-rolling those 1s because of their thing. Ooh, he gets 2 explodies in as well. Beautiful stuff. Now this is going to be strength 8, so this is going to be winning on 2s, but no re-rolls. Don't even think about it. Okay, well, I did drop 1. So there is 5 coming in at minus... I'm going to say... I'm going to hold up 3s in my hand because the Great Frost Axe is -3, goes to -4, so down to -3 again. So
this will be on their 5 up invols.
5 up invols on the Votann Leaguey Weegies. They make 2, so 3 die over here from the pack.
So you are dead.
Yes.
You are dead.
Yes.
And...
Yes. Okay, cool. So 3 down, but now it is leadership phase, or the morale phase, as it's also known. I have lost 2 of my Wolfen, and I will double check to see what I need for that. So leadership for the Wolfen has passed. What's your leadership for your guys?
So 8, but they've lost 3.
Yep.
So I just don't want to get a 6, isn't it?
Yep. No, fine. Okay, so that is it for the morale phase. And that is the end of my turn. All of the consolidations and fighting is done, so it is time for the Leaguey Weegies turn 2. Movement phase is done, and the 2 champions have started pushing up. Enya's gone forward to destroy this Thunderwolf cavalry unit over here, and the Carl, is that his name?
Yes, and he's given the Grim Efficiency onto the Wolfen.
Yes, so that means they got an extra judge token, and that means that they are now auto-winning on 5s. Brutalissimo, and this squad here has pushed forward, basically to try and harangue the Intercessors in a minute, but also fire backwards into the Grey Hunters that are over here. So that's all of the movement done. Let's do some shooting.
Okay, so as mentioned, we are going to do that strat that lets them shoot into combat.
So 1 CP for all of these guys to shoot into combat with 0 penalty. Awesome-o.
Unless it's on, unless they're heavy weapons.
Unless they're heavy weapon, which none of these are.
And it does cost 2 CP.
Oh, it's 2 CP. Okay, cool. So he's down to 1 CP to do that. So maybe that is quite good for me to try and drain you of all of that. But these will be wounding on 5s, like auto wounds.
Yes.
So let's get some dice and we'll roll for that. So Beanie's just spending his last CP onto the magma rail thing, which is the Hunter's Mark.
Using Hunter's Mark so I can auto wound.
So he's just going to roll D3 plus 3 wounds for these guys here.
And he'll have splash damage.
And he kills the entire... so it literally just melts through all of these guys here and destroys the Wolfen. And because it's a melee attack only that they get their death in duty den sort of like mini rule.
No punching me.
No punching back. So the squad of Wolfen is down, my friends. But Beanie is completely out of CP. But that shouldn't matter because now, what were you fired that there, but all of your shots were going into them, so they've done their shooting. Okay, cool, right.
Because I would have had to have declared at the
all
start
of the stuff
saying,
that unit would die, which is actually pretty useful because now you can do that more reliably.
Yeah. If I had been thinking,
you could have said, "I'll do that," and then the rest of the shots will go into that because there won't be anything left, and then you just hedge your bets on that. That's pretty smart. What about these guys over here?
Yeah, so they are going to shoot into the Grey Hunters.
Yep, over there. Beautiful stuff. I can get rid of that judgment token. There you go. So there's a lot of dice. We'll be right back. So the pistol from the squad is going to go into the Thunderwolf cavalry over here because he's in range with the extra 4 inches that it provides you with the
Amir conglomerate.
Amir conglomerate, and the rest of them are going into the Grey Hunter. So we'll do the pistol first.
It's got an additional minus. Oh no, it won't because he's not within half range.
Okay.
So this will be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
But a 6 is an auto wound, so it doesn't matter anyway. So straight onto the Storm Shieldio, because what's the minus on it?
-3.
-3, so Storm Shield, he makes it with another 6.
Okay, so that bounces off. So now we're going to...
Will the rest of them, because there's a missile launcher in here, there's all sorts of other guns, and these are all going into the Grey.
Okay, so 3 shots on the auto rifle.
Sure thing.
3s hit re-rolling 1s.
Nice.
No need. So strength 6, so 3s to wounds. Only the 2 wounds, but it's -2 down to -1 for armor after 10.
Sure thing.
So
and he makes it.
Completely fine. Right, now we're going to do the D6 shot of the L7 missile
This
launcher.
is it here, isn't it? It's a very cool looking missile launcher. For 2
massive shots.
Choo-choo.
So this will be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, 2. I was
going
to say, no auto wounds because they haven't got a token.
So
Getting used to that already, aren't we? Okay, so 1 wound coming in, AP minus?
-1.
So down to 0. Okay, so 3 up save. Made it again!
Wow. Right, I'll be back in a sec, so I need to count up the bolter shots.
Sure thing. All of these bolter shots also going into the Grey Hunters. Here we go, into the Grey Hunters, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll those 1s. Re-roll those 1s. Get ahead, 2s.
Okay, now it's going to be wounding on the 4s.
Ah, yes. Classic bolter v bolter fire. We love to see it here. Not bad at all,
Yeah,
mate.
no, it's definitely better than the kick and the nudges.
Okay, so that is quite a few.
6,
and then
-1, so no minus.
6 armor of contempty. Let's see it. Okay, so I lose 1.5 heroes and a half shell. Okay, I will lose the guy at the back and then put a wound onto this guy. Cool.
It wasn't great on their part.
But they still managed to chip away at them, at the Grey Hunters. Is that all the shooting done?
No, so he's going to put his 3 shots into the Grey Hunters with his Volkite Disintegrator.
Ooh, that sounds nasty.
So
Is
it's
it?
3 shots, strength 5.
Yep.
Each time they attack is made with this weapon on an unmodified hit roll of 6, it inflicts a mortal wound.
Oh, so hits roll rather
so
than...
he's actually not. He's going to shoot him.
Cool, because that means that the 6s will do the mortal wound straight away. That's very cool. And then auto wound as well. Here we go. Okay, so there's 2 more.
Dead.
Yeah, so he's being completely pied off.
First shot of the game.
And it is a devastating one indeed, which
Yes.
frees him up to then go around the corner to charge in against
So
the Grey
now
Hunters.
he's going to put his 4 shots of his combi bolter.
Oh, the Storm Bolty style thing that he's got
so he's
into
got a
these
Storm
guys.
bolter in his arm, which is the Autox Storm bolter. So this will be hitting on 2s.
Okay. Not that he needed it. Cool.
And now this will be wounding on 4s.
Nice.
Whoa.
AP.
-1, and it's 2 damage flat because of the guild connections warlord trait.
So this will just be onto their... It's AP 0, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because, yeah. Cool.
But everyone's a fail, so 2 more dead.
2 more Grey Hunters. The wounded one is gone, and this guy at the back is also gone, meaning that you will probably outnumber me if you can make the charge in there for the OBSEC stuff. So, pretty good shooting right there. And it's freed up most of your army over here to do whatever you want. So, into the charge phase, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so the Grey Hunters are feeling the... well, the ground is trembling now because the Enya champion is charging forward. But he's not on that, he can't re-roll because he's got no CP, so he is staying put.
Okay, so the half-kin are going to go in.
Okay, Hearthkin going in. They are definitely in there with an 8.
Yep, so I'm going to see if I can open him up to have a go as well.
Yeah, sure thing. So the boys are in, but will the Khan make it in as well? Or Carl, even. He gets a 6-inch charge, so he is in there, baby. Is he going to light them up first in combat?
Yes.
Yeah, get his attacks in first.
Hello.
Hello.
And he's got 7 attacks with that special sword I gave him.
Yes, he does. And it is pretty nasty.
Okay, so 7 attacks. Hit on 2s.
Here we go. Oof.
Drops the 1.
Okay, and now?
Strength 6, so it'll be 3s to wound.
Yep. Oh, okay, 2 wounds, but AP minus?
3.
So, down to -2, so...
2
2 5-ups, and how much damage apiece? Okay, so it could be 2 dead. Oh, he's
No,
made them both!
no,
He
they
made
don't
them both!
mind.
Yes, mate!
Nice one, boys.
Okay, but now, I'm not going to pay to interrupt, so you might as well do your other
So the
boys there.
Thane,
Thanks, coming in.
reroll the 1.
Ooh.
Okay,
Nice.
so forced to wound.
Nice!
Oh, wow.
That's a bit better.
So -3, so down to -2 for you.
Okay, here we go again. Can he make him? He does, so he only takes 1 damage, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, come on, boys. Stay there for daddy.
Okay, so it's going to be the 4 there, so
Okay.
it's going to be 8 more attacks. My God, how are they
Fists.
alive?
I don't know, and I'm not questioning it.
No,
but
no,
he's-
it's lovely. So 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, weight of attacks. We all know this game.
Okay, forced wounds.
Okay, this should probably finish him up because it's AP.
Nothing.
Okay, so
3s. Make those 3s, baby.
this is where the pressure always gets to me. Because now I have lost that guy that was wounded and my Sarge is down to 1. Woof, zer, but I'm still alive with...
I can't believe that my hand just went...
None of that. Okay, I guess I am going to fight back with him. He gets 4 attacks.
With a
'cause it's-
chainsword,
With
yeah.
a chainsword. What's his sort of stat line, this guy?
Toughness 4.
Yeah?
He has 6 wounds with the Rampart Crest.
Yeah.
There's a 3-up and a 4-up invul.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just going to go into the regular boys, I think. Just try and wheel them down.
To murderate them.
Yeah, so hitting on 2s. No, re-roll 1s because I'm next to my boy.
Yeah. And you get
Nah, it's only in the 3rd phase,
yeah,
unfortunately. Okay, so we do get all of our hits through, but can we translate these into 4s? We can 3 at -1, but down to -0 because of void armor.
See, 4-ups.
Oh he does manage to take down 2. Not bad at all. But that is the end of the combat phase over there, so we'd have to do some morale. And I think I'm feeling a bit shaky on my feet now because I've just lost 4 boys.
4 good friends.
4 good friends, and I do not run on a 2. So I am still alive.
Brave.
But do you run? Because you lost 2 as well.
I did.
Just don't roll a 6. I said don't, Beanie. I said don't. So that does mean that Beanie does not run because it has to exceed the leadership. Sorry, guys. We've had a few weeks off not playing because I've been jetting up all around the country and my brain is rusty. But we're both still there. And that's fantastic news. Less fantastic is the fact that Beanie will be getting the 5 points for holding onto that because he just outnumbers me with the models that he has on there. But I will get 5 points for holding this one over here. So at the start of the 3rd battle round that we are in, Space Wolves turn 3, we're going to roll now to then move the objectives. So, Beanie, let us roll. I got an een.
An een?
Ooh, a tree. Okay, so where would you like to move? Do you want to move this one 6 inches somewhere?
I do.
Because I will be moving my one into no man's land so no one can score it.
Excellent.
We'll be right back. Space Wars turn 3, baby. Right, so the movement phase was pretty short. I've moved off the ball forward. I've moved the objective away because I don't want anyone scoring over here. We're just going to go for a bloodbath. And the intercessors have jumped over the barricades and are moving forward to kill all of these Hearthkin over here. Which they're going to do now with their auto bolt rifles. They're going to unleash hell against them. I'm going to roll some dice and we'll be back with the save. So 5 saves of 4 up to make for this group of Hearthkin over here from the auto bolt rifles. Will they claim a single save? They do claim 2. Not bad indeed. And this guy here cannot throw any crack grenades or use his plasma pistol because of the fact that these guys are in combat, so he can't target the what's the name of this guy again? This guy?
The Carl.
The Carl. And he can't target him because they're still offering character protection from Look Out, Sir. We believe. That seems like it makes sense, right?
Makes sense to me. But...
So there is no more shooting to be done apart from the bolt pistol in there. 1 bolt pistol. This is what it's all about, mate.
Yeah, man.
And you know what?
Kill 10.
What is this guy again in terms of toughness?
4.
He's going in against it. 1 shot, 1 wound. He misses. Good times. Okay, so that's all of my shooting done. Time for some charging. And unsurprisingly, Ulf is going to target the Hearthkin and the Carl as one. So he's going to go in there. And unsurprisingly, he is in there.
Oh,
yay! These guys over here are going to try and go across because they might as well. They might as well just punch something, mate. So,
can't you just play keen set? Oh,
oosh.
Yeah, easily.
Oosh.
I'd like to think the intercessor can do a fair number here because he's got an assault. He's got the chainsword.
He does have the chainsword.
5 attacks on the charge.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a good potential there.
Yeah, man. The Hearthkin are great, but they do only have a 4-up armor save.
And only 1 wound.
Yeah.
Only 1 wound.
Yeah,
Everyone
they're
forgets
like
that.
regular Marines.
So we're going to move in and do some combat, and we'll start with the intercessors over here because I want to see how that goes. Okay, so the intercessors going up first, and we'll start with the sergeant. 5 attacks going in on the charge with the chainsaw, hitting on 2s because of my Space Wolves ability. 6s explode. So let's see if we get any. We don't, but we don't drop any apart from that one there, so that's okay. I can live with that.
That's a very positive outlook there.
Forced wound. We get 1 wound through it, -2 down to -1 because of void armor, so 1 5-up save. He kills 1 guy. Ian guys down, and then it's time for the mighty fists, which are all of these guys over here.
12 attacks.
12 attacks, and they're going to hopefully punch some faces in. Hitting on 2s again, 6s explode. That's okay, because we get the 2 back in, and we drop 2 there. Fine. Then again, it's forced wound. Oh, I dropped another one. I will pick that. Apologies, my friend. Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in. -1 down to -0.
Okay, so 5 4-ups.
5 4-ups. Can they do the damage where the damage needs to be done? Yes. There's 3 dead. Okay, fine. Happy with that. They've done a fair whack, as it were. Hoi! Waha! But we move over to Ulf the Wolf, who is now going to pay 1 CP for Savage Strike. I get to add +1 to my wound roll right here. So I will spend 1 CP on that. And he's getting D6 extra attacks because of the Black Death that he wields, which is great.
What, because he's got the plague?
I know, right? So what we're going to do, just for a bit of a laugh, is we're going to put all of his regular attacks into the Hearthkin, And then the Black Death and the Wolf are going to go into the Carl.
So D6 plus 3 attacks into the Carl.
Exactly. So we'll do the Carl first, shall we? So it's D6 extra attacks for 5.
That was tasty, and I thought you were about to get the 6th.
Oh, okay, so we're going to be rolling 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. 6s explode, so we get an extra one back in.
Nice.
And then we'll be wounding on 2s as well, because it's strength 6. Oh, actually, I get an extra attack because of the Imperium Sword, but that's going into the Hearthkin.
Yeah.
So this will be strength plus 2 for a power axe, plus 3 because of the Imperium Sword, and then plus 1 wound on the wound roll, so it'll be 2s to wound. 2s to wound, no re-rolls, baby. Ooh, not good over there. Okay, so that is 3 wounds coming in at -3 down to -2.
So it'll be 4.
Oh, yeah, 4 ups,
With
yeah.
his Bastion Iron Armour.
Okay. Oh, he sneaks 3 through, so that's 3 wounds, because it's only 1 damage apiece.
Oh, okay, so he's down to 3.
Okay, so then it's the Wolfy Tooth and Claws going into him as well. All hits. Again, it'll be wounding on 2s. He can't kill him, though, I don't think, unless this does 2 damage, but I don't think it does. Minus roll, and then it's 4, isn't it? Another wound or 2 wounds. Let me just double check.
Ooh. So, would you then like to club around them?
I will try my best. So how many attacks does he get normally? On the charge, he gets 4, 5 because of Shock Assault, 6 because of the Imperium Sword. So it's 6 attacks coming in against the regular Hearthkin, hitting on 2, 6 explode. Ooh,
Well, that's not very good for me.
3 explodies coming in, and this will also be wounding on 2s again. Yep. Okay, my friend, so that is that many wounds to go, -2, even with Void Armor. So 5. 5
because of the Emir Conglomerate.
Ooh.
So I only make 2.
But that's enough to wipe the squad. Bad.
How much damage is it?
1 damage apiece.
Okay, the Thane has 2.
Oh,
Because
no
he's
way!
got a wave crest.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's on 1 wound.
He's on 1 wound left.
Yeah.
I love it. But it also means that I don't get a judgment token, so I'm actually kind of happy about that situation. Because if I killed him, that would have made it so much easier for Ulf to die.
Yes.
So, it now comes down to the Thane or the Carl to attack back against Ulf the Wolf or the Grey Hunter that's still there. Because all of my attacking is done, or you've got this attack over here.
Okay.
There's no bad choice. There's no bad choice.
There's no bad choice. Okay, so we are going to go with the Thane into the 1 wounded chap.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thane's going to pick on what he can kill.
3s.
Ooh, he wants him dead. He wants him so
4s.
dead. Okay, so
2 wounds, -3.
Ooh, down to -2 at least. Okay, 5s. Oh,
Yes!
No, it's not worth a reroll.
Because you need to save that for him.
Yeah,
if he
exactly.
needs it.
So he is gone. My Grey Hunters are out of there. And that means that you have the only obsec troops on that side of the board.
And now you'll have 7 attacks going into him.
Ulf the Wolf. Okay, so what was the first attack runs that you did? Oh, that was the Thane going in.
yeah.
Now it's the Carl. Sorry, I keep getting confused. So the Carl going in. Ooh, that was pretty spicy.
Okay, so it's strength 6, so it'll be wound on 3s.
Yes, sir. Okay, so 3 coming in at minus.
-3.
Ooh, baby. So this will be down to -2. Oh, yeah, Belt Russ, isn't it? Good old Belt of Russ. Good old Belt of Russ. Yes, mate. Okay. So that is the end of that combat. We have these guys over here. And I assume they want to...
Yeah?
There we go.
Okay, so I'll start with the Thane, who has 3 attacks with his Plasma Axe.
Nice.
Okay, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Carl.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, now we'll be wounding on 3s because it's strength 5.
Oh, my God.
So -3, 1 damage each.
So down to -2. Ooh, so
One
that's...
is dead.
1 is dead, my friend.
And now there is
Ouch.
another... So 6 more attacks from the Hearthkin.
Yep, let's see him. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go.
4s. 2.
Okay.
No minus.
Okay, so 2 3-ups. Oh, we
Yay,
made
a
1 failed
wound.
ones. Okay, so at the end of that combat, I've lost 1 over here, and I've lost my Grey Hunters, but I'm pretty sure he's going to run, isn't he? Because he's had... How many of his men die around him just then? A lot, I believe, is the answer.
There was only... There was...
I think I killed 4 or
You
5
killed
of them.
4.
Yeah, so killed 4, so let's do the
Yeah.
morale for him then.
Okay, so I need to get basically a 5 or... No, a 4, 5 or 6.
Just, yeah, don't roll low. You did not roll low, he runs. Okay, so then over here, you had a squad of 10 to begin with, and now you have 4 left, so 6 is already on your tally. So please roll for the morale for these boys.
So I need a 1.
Yeah, pretty much. You did not get the 1, but you lost 6, 7, 8. It hasn't beaten your leadership, so you don't fail. Do I fail my leadership? I can't fail because I'm in the last one, and he doesn't take it. So that is it at the end of that Space Wolves turn 3. Pretty devastating, I'd say, because we're coming down to the final bits now. So please, Leaguey Weegies, turn 3, show me where it's at. Show me where it is at. So at the beginning of the Leaguey Weegies turn, Ulf got a judgment token put on him by the Carl, who has decided to not graciously retreat, but he's just going for gold. That is what dwarves love doing the best. So, tasty, tasty gold. So instead, Enya has moved up to try and battle him. So it's going to be the battle of Morbo versus Ulf. And over here, we have fallen forward, according to Bean. So that means that these guys are getting, hopefully, towards objective number 2. But it means that they can fall back here. But you do have the fall back and shoot strap, but is it for 1 CP?
Or 2? CP.
So there you go. So hopefully they'll be able to light up those intercessors, which I assume is what you're going to do now?
But first I'm going to start with his
shooting. Cool. Yeah, so he's going to go into Ulf the Wolf. Or is he?
Let me think.
Let him think.
Of the ancestral judgment ability of the Ymir conglomerate, they now, because he has that judgment token, they get an additional -1 AP to their range.
Fantastic.
So he's now on -2.
Woo!
So which makes a difference against
it does.
So it's going to be hitting on 2s.
Okay. Does he get to reroll? No, he does not.
Okay, so it'll be 5s.
Okay, so 1 wound coming in at -2 down to -1. So it's going to be on his Belt of Rust, which he does make on a 5.
Doesn't mind. Okay, so now I'm going to spend a CP for those guys to shoot.
Yep, so they're going to fire into the intercessors over here.
Okay, so there is 1 missile launcher. There is the autogun and a plasma pistol and that. So I'll start with the 2
I
shots.
will spend 1 CP on transhuman then, if there's enough of above strength 4 there. So hopefully that will help them weather the storm a little bit.
Okay, so starting with the bolt gun.
Okay, so
hitting on 3s with rolling 1s.
Nice.
Wounding on 4s.
Ooh,
1
nice.
wound,
Okay.
and this will now be -1.
Okay.
So that guy's dead.
Dang, okay.
That's what I needed.
That's good, that's very good.
Now the plasma gun, plasma pistol.
Sure. Ooh.
So this will be wounding on 4s because of transhuman.
Dang it.
And he's -3.
He has made it.
He has made it.
Ooh.
So 3 shots from the auto rifle. Only the 1 hit. Wounding on 4s.
Dang it,
-2.
has not helped at all with the thing, but he makes it again.
And now the missile launcher.
Oh no, this is what it is. The PP79
yes, so
-5.
D6 shots.
Oh no!
Yeah!
Oh no!
That's what we wanted to see.
Oh no, here we go.
3s, rerolling 1.
Oh no, brother! Oh no!
So we wound on 4s.
Oh god. Ah, shiver me timbers. Okay, so 3 at minus.
It would only be -1, so 0.
Yes! They stand firm for now. Firm and juicy. Okay, right, so that's all the shooting done. Into the combat, which is what I'm personally hoping.
He's going to charge.
Here we go. In he comes. Big boy. Hello, mate. Nice to see you.
Okay, so on the charge, I roll a dice. If I get a 6, he'll do D3 mortal wounds. If I get a 5 or a 6, it'll do it.
Yep, okay. He did, so it's D3, is it?
Yep.
Oh my good yard. Okay, so he's taken 3. I don't know what that puts him on. Normally he's down to
6
4.
or 7, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's down to 4 wounds already, just for him just walking into him at speed.
I know, isn't it amazing?
Oh dear
so
me.
he's got 8 attacks with the Dark Star.
Okay.
6, 8.
Very nice.
Hitting on the 2s.
Very nice.
And 6s are autos because
of the judgment token.
So that's 3 autos and all hits.
Very nice.
Okay, so strength 6 will be wounding on 3s.
Bleep, 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 blow, blab.
6
at minus.
-3.
So it's just going to be Belt
2
of Rush.
damage.
I mean, he's going to die, but that's why I've saved him some points for the Death and Duty end thing. So he dies just about, because it's literally 4 damage that he would have taken, isn't it? So he dies there. Is it worth the re-roll? Yes, it is worth the re-roll, because I can do that. How much is in death? Is it 2 or 1?
Either 2 or 3.
I'm just going to double check. You know what, fellas? I know that it makes more sense for me to do only in death just duty ends so that I can do more fighting and hopefully kill this champion over here. But I do give up this side of the board. So what I'm going to do is go for the 50-50 and just see if I can make a 4-up save to bring him down to 2 wounds. He's got no other weapons or anything after that? That's
No, he's done his chopping.
So it's a 50-50 reroll. He does not make it on an Ean, so Ulf is dead. Just out of curiosity, how many attacks would he have got with the Black Death? 6. He would... Okay, so Ulf is down and out of there. Dang it, that probably would have been enough to chip through him, but I give control of that side of the board over there. Hopefully I can maintain it over here. So I'm down to Een CP. So that's the end of the battle round, and you score 5 VP because you're holding that one over there.
Yeah.
And none of us are holding that one there. So we go into turn 4, Space Wolves.
You've gone this long?
I know, I'm surprised as well. It was a very short movement phase. We rolled off for the movement of the objective markers. I've moved it a little bit this way and moved around here because I don't want to be shot to pieces by them on the next turn. And I assume you're going to move your objective marker wherever or keep it there. It's up to you. It says up to 6 inches, mate.
Oh, okay.
So you can just move it with you just to carry it like a little prize.
So I'm just going to put it by you.
There you
now
go.
they can just move around the corner.
Exactly. So all that's left for me to do over here is do my shooting and fighting. So I'm going to throw 1 crack grenade and fire the auto bolts in there. Obviously, crack grenade goes in. It hits. Does it wound? Oh, no, can't re-roll. And then it's 2 auto bolt rifles going in.
Shots.
And there's a few hits. Will they get 1?
Let's see it.
Ooh, 4.
So 4 ups.
Okay, so they do take 1. Do take 1.
So I believe...
And then they're going to charge in.
Not him, because he doesn't have a scanner.
Sure thing. So we're going to charge in against those guys over there. Hey, I got 11-inch charge because they really want to make sure that you know that they are angry. And over here, I've got 2 CP to spend. I'm going to spend 1 CP for Gene Wrought Might and 1 CP for Savage Strike for those that don't make it through there for the +1 to wound. I want these guys dead. So I'm going to get some 5 big old Bazinga beans for the sergeant who's charged in with his chainsword, sorry. Oh, I dropped it again. I'm pretty bad at this. So I'm going to be hitting on 2. 6s explode. Ooh. 2 explodies. And auto wound as well. How do you like that, Beanie?
Auto wounding seems like a cheating and unfair rule.
And then it's going to be 4s to wound, 3s to wound in this case because of the thing there. And
only drop the 1. So
there we go then.
6 in total.
And this is -2 down to -1. So 5 ups.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Only lost 2.
So they're still alive.
Still alive. I've still got the punches to come in, but that was a pretty good showing right there. Okay, so the Thane versus Fists. How will he do? 3 attacks each on the charge from the boys.
I may have to do a Macbeth naming convention with words like Thane involved.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so hitting on 2, 6s explode. There is another 2 back in there. They really want him gone, don't
And
they?
that's 2 auto wounds because of Gene Wrought Might.
Oh, thank you very much.
Cheated.
I know, it's absolutely appalling, this.
Scumbag.
Absolutely appalling. Wounding on the 3s. Okay, that's also pretty good. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 4-ups.
Easy.
He's dead. Yay, finally, I have claimed that. And to be honest, mate, I think now is where I may have to, for the first time on the channel, concede. I have never done it before. In recent memory, at least.
Not in recent memory.
Yeah, so I'm going to concede over here because of the fact that it will just be a turn of moving. You'd maybe kill 1. You probably wouldn't force morale on there. And we will end it with the Votann winning a closely fought battle. Much more close than I thought it would be. Yep. However, I do think that there's a lot of amazing stuff in this army that's yet to be seen. The Codex has shown off some incredible models and some stratagems.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get those the Sagitta fast attack.
Yes.
They've got good Dakar.
Yep.
You know, they're putting out 6 shots with bolt cannons. They can have boys in them. They've got quick movement, good armour with void armour.
It's
lovely.
Crazy. And then there's the fact that you've got those giant transports as well.
The land fortress.
Yeah, they look amazing. They look amazing as well. There's a load of great combat units coming as well with the Berserkers and the Moleskin grenade launcher guy as well. Yeah. Like, there's going to be a lot of fun stuff with this army. And the auto-wounding stuff is terrifying. But I was lucky with a lot of my rolls here to mitigate that. I do realise that. So, Votann, 1, Space Wolves, 0. Sad time. Woof indeed. But for more battle reports like this, with more Votann, all of the squatty goodness over here, stay tuned to Live and Let's Dice. And if you want to chat to us in the meantime, you can follow us over on Instagram. Beanie is
Beanie4K.
And I am at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Hope to see you over there, my friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.